Yes, sir. What's up, Vegas? Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. I was just in Vegas not too long ago. Let's get it. How you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having an amazing, beautiful, outstanding, fantastic, exquisite day. I hope y'all like that vocabulary. Let's get it. Shout out from Indy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Or yes, ma'am. Indianapolis. Yes, let's get it. Let's get it. I actually lived in it. I lived near Indianapolis. I lived in Noblesville. I lived in
Oh,
Noblesville,
okay.
if you know where that's at.
Yeah, I know what that's at.
Yeah, for sure. I lived there for like a couple years. Yeah, that's
I lived
awesome. Go
almost
ahead.
everywhere in Indiana.
Oh, nice. It's a small world.
Oh yeah. And then the last chat I was in, there was a girl named Vivian, and she's from Chicago, and I'm
Yeah,
originally
I know
from.
Vivian. I used to
Yeah.
hop on every morning with Vivian. I used to hop on every morning and do New York and help her mark up charts every single day. Me
That's
and
what's
Vivian
up.
are tight.
I'm originally from Gary, Indiana, so I'm like, I was right there.
Oh, yeah, Michael. MJ.
Yes, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's get it. I visited Gary's, which was house.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah, most
nice.
definitely. I hope you're having a great day, Miss Angel.
Thank you. I hope you are too.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah, I'm
my
having
children
an
are in the
amazing day.
background.
For sure. Let's get it started. I'm about to get this call off, y'all. Make sure y'all get people on here. This is about to be a mindset call. I'm gonna have a couple guest speakers on here. Joe Jordan, who's gonna be on this? You and okay. Okay. Kyle for sure. All right, bet. So let's get it. My man's K Rob about to hop on this and drop some nuggets for you guys. I hope you guys are ready for this. Make sure you guys get your goddamn teams on this because some nuggets are about to be dropped. Make sure to get your teams on. Make sure to whip out your notepad. Make sure to take some notes. Make sure to pay attention. Make sure to be attentive. And most of all, make sure to apply this knowledge that you guys are about to get. Because I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's okay to have all the knowledge. It's okay to read all the books. But knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. So make sure that once you guys take these notes, when you're hearing everyone that's on this call, drop the nuggets that they're about to drop. Make sure you both take notes, read over those notes, and apply those notes in your daily life. But next person I'm about to bring on this call, man, this guy, he's an amazing guy, has an amazing energy. This man is always working, always grinding, always doing calls, always giving value to his team. So y'all make sure y'all get y'all teams on because he's about to give value to multiple teams right now. My man's K-Rob. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yo, let's drop some sevens in the chat, baby. Let's drop some sevens in the chat for being alive. Let's drop some sevens in the chat for being here, for having this opportunity, what we got right here. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. It's a beautiful ass day. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of messed up things that happen every single day, but it's the way you look at it. They can be messed up, or you know what? You can learn from it. You can look at other people. You can say, hey, you know, I'm still in a good position right now. You could say, hey, I'm lucky that I even have a home to live in. You know, you could say, hey, I'm lucky I have an opportunity to make money from your phone. You know what I'm saying? So awesome to be here, guys. You know, I love giving value for you guys. You know, I love talking with you guys because, you know, the people right here, the people that want to learn, the people that want to grow, you know, the fact that we're doing this together is really awesome. So the fact that you guys are on this call, you know, good for you guys. You guys will learn and grow. So a couple things I want to talk to today. I want to talk about some goal setting. Okay. When we're talking about this mindset call. Okay. I want to talk about some goal setting and how important it is to set goals, how important it is that goals are, you know? So there's two types of goals. Okay. There's long-term and there's short-term goals. Okay. So the most important thing is what you guys got to do when you guys have your certain goals, put dates on your goals. Okay. So we all have these different goals and things that we're trying to accomplish, but are those clear? Like you have to know, those things have to be clear for you to know where you're going. Okay. For you to put out into the universe, for you to ask something from the universe, it has to know exactly where you're trying to go. Okay. So you gotta make sure when you're writing out your goals, you gotta make sure it's okay. I want this by this date. You know, I want chairman 10 by this day. I want chairman by, you know what I'm saying? Like give it a date, be specific. Okay. So you're not going to know You know what I'm saying? When you're specific with your goals, then you have a clear idea of what you have to do in that time period. Okay. Different thing I like to do. So like in this new month, so in the month of August, we got September coming up. So in the month of blank, I want ... What do you want? What are you trying to accomplish? What are you going to accomplish in that month? Don't even give yourself the try. Don't even use the word try. Okay. What are you going to get done this month? What are you going to do day by day? Have an action plan every single day. You know, you can have these goals and you can have these lists of things that you want to get done, but what is it going to take for those goals to get reached? What is the day by day activities, the day by day actions that you are going to take that is going to get you closer to those goals each and every day? Okay. So, and you know, another thing, think much bigger, much sooner. Okay. There's no reason to be putting these goals and thinking, oh, it's going to be taking me this time. No, give yourself an almost like sooner that it's almost like funny or ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Tell yourself, because you know what? People don't understand their capabilities. People don't understand what they're capable of doing in the amount of time. But you know, if you focus towards one thing, if you focus towards, you know, whatever goal or thing that you're trying to accomplish, if you give that focus, you will be very surprised on how fast you can reach a certain place, you know, in that time. So just a little bit of goal setting I want to talk about. So when it comes to mindset, y'all, the most important thing that we have, you know what I'm saying, as human beings, our mind. Okay. And when it comes to succeeding in anything that we do, the most important thing is a mindset. How strong is your mindset? How disciplined is your mindset? You know what I mean? So what is needed for a good mindset? Okay. What is needed for you to get where you're trying to go, where you are going to get to? Okay. You're going to need personal growth. Okay. Personal growth is going to happen. You know, we start as people, and when we end this journey, we're not going to be the same as what we were started. Okay. Because for you to get change to happen in your life, you're going to have to change as a person. We know that, like, you need to change habits. You need to change the things that you do every day, change the way that you think. Because if we thinking the same things over and over again, or thinking that, okay, I'm going to do this and that, but you're not seeing results and things aren't happening, well, you got to change something up. So you got to have that faith, you got to have that belief, and you got to have the vision and the consistency. Okay. Those things right there, your personal growth, your faith, your belief, you got to have that vision. You got to have that vision. Where do you see yourself? Where are you? Where do you consider yourself right now? I am Chairman 500. Like, it's already done. You know what I'm saying? It's already done. The only thing for me, keeping me, love you, C. John, bro. The only thing that's in between me and Chairman 500 is time and hard work. That is it. It's already done. But guess what? It's going to take some time and it's going to take some work to get there. Okay. That's the only thing. Like, isn't it amazing that we're in charge of what our outcome is? Isn't that amazing? There's a lot of people that are in positions where they can work their ass off for 8 hours a day. And guess what? They're still getting paid that same amount. Guess what? They're not making more money than their manager, or they're not getting in a better position in life, or all these different things. Okay. We're in control of our success. We're in control of what happens from this. We control that with our actions every single day and our habits every single day. We got to understand that our habits make up who you are. Your habits make up who you are. So that's why it's so important to understand habits. Like, watch some videos on YouTube. Okay. Understand the importance of everyday habits. Really understand, because I'm telling you, when you change your habits, when you're automatically thinking about things that need to get done, or you don't think, oh, I don't want to do this. When you don't even think like that, because of your habits, because you've changed the way that you think, you've changed the way that your brain fires up, you've changed the way or the things that you're doing every single day. So instead of you waking up and, oh, I don't feel like doing something, you're waking up and automatically, what do you think? Oh, I'm going to grind. Oh, what are you thinking? Oh, I got to do this for me to get there. You know what I'm saying? It's important. Changing the daily habits is so important. Okay. Another thing that is important is separate yourself from toxic people. Okay. And separate yourself from bad habits. Those are two things, you know, a big difference with my journey so far and with me in trading and just everything, is when I put myself around these people, around, like, in the beginning, you know, it was Jordan, it was Brett, BG, you know, Renee was there. You know, I was with some guys like, you know, Gustavo, all these guys down the road that I met, and I was putting myself around these people. Caesar, I was putting myself around these people, okay? And when you're around these people, you feel the energy of those people. You're starting to think like those people. These are all like-minded people, all killers, all dogs out there trying, you know, going after what they need to do. They show that mindset. They show that work ethic, okay? When you're surrounding yourself with those people, so if you're at a place right now, if your friends, like even if it's your closest friends or wherever you're at, okay, and you know that you're hanging around people that just, they're not going anywhere. They don't have the right mindset as you. They don't have, you know, like they don't want to do the things that you want to do. They'd rather go do this, go out, go party, or whatever it may be. You got to separate yourself from some people. And guess what? You know, if people like, yeah, it may suck sometimes, but if people aren't meant, you know, if people are dragging you down, you have to let go of that stuff. You have to let go. I love my friends, you know, my friends from back home. I love them to death, you know, some of my friends that I got, but like some of them are not doing the things that I want to do, you know, the same bar every weekend, getting drunk. It's small town shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not going to be around that. I do not want to be around that. I know what I want. I want an above average life. I'm going to live an above average life. So what do you have to do? Answer, you got to do above average things. You got to do, you know, to be in that 1%, you got to do what 99% of people aren't going to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what 99% of people aren't going to do. And, you know, are you going to do those things? You know, that's like I said, you know, when I said in the call, one of the past couple of weeks, you got to look yourself in the mirror. You look at yourself. Are you better than that? Are you better than all these people giving in to the easy stuff? They're just not going after it because it's easy. It's simple. You know, they don't have to try, being lazy. You know, are you going to be those people? Are you going to do the same thing that that average people are doing every single day? You know what I mean? If like, what kind of lifestyle do you want? What do you want from this? What are you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing with this? Like, why are we here? Understand why you are here. Understand why you're doing this in the first place. Okay. You know, if this like honestly, trading and all this, bro, this is a lifestyle. Like I've learned this is a lifestyle, and what it is a lifestyle that puts you in the best position that you can be in, a lifestyle that gets you those good habits, that changes your mindset. This is the lifestyle of the people that we see on social media, traveling around, you know, not working a job, doing these things, being able to go to these places, not worrying about how much it costs or when you're going, all these things. We're surrounding ourselves, you know, we're listening to those people. We're acting like those people. When you act like those people, when you do the things that those people do, that's why we listen to personal development. They are telling you what to, like how to think in certain ways, you know, what helped them get to where they're at. They're telling you their stories, you know, what helped them, the things that have helped them get to where they're at now. Like we're being told those things. So you just got to do those things. You know, it may not be what everyone else is doing. It may be, oh, you're getting told, hey, let's do this, let's do that. What do you have to do? What do you have to do tonight? What do you have to do today to get where you want to go? You know what I'm saying? It's going to take sacrifice. It's going to take things like that. You're going to miss out with friends. But what are you trying to do in 5 years? Are you trying to be at that same, you know, at that same spot, not getting anywhere in life? Are you trying to end up somewhere? Are you trying to make a difference? You're trying to, you know, make that impact, like not only on your life, but in other people's lives. Okay. It's very powerful what we have right here. Okay. So, another thing, the problem a lot of people have. So the problem is the thought of the problem. Why are we thinking about the problem? Why are we even thinking about the problem? We should, like, you know, when things happen, when things come up, a lot of people just, oh, this happened to me. God, this happened to me. This sucks. This, whatever it may be. It could be in any situation and anything in life. Oh, this happened to me. You know, that's what we immediately think about. Well, when something happens to you, okay, when you get put in a situation or something ends up happening that maybe it's not in your way, or it's a bump on the road, you can think about, okay, this happened. What am I going to do about it? Not, oh, this happened. Oh, this happened. Shit, this happened. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do about it? Okay, this happened. Okay, well, now you can't change that. What am I going to do? I'm in a position I don't want to be in. How am I going to get out of it? Okay. So another thing is, you know, a big thing is believe in your life, man. Like, this is your life. Understand that what we have right here, each and every one of us, this is a life that we're living. This is a chance to do the things that you want to do. Human beings are the creators in the universe. Okay. We are Think about it. Everything that's even around here, everything that exists today that's out here was made up in here, was a thought. Someone made it, okay? A human being made these things. Like, a lot of people need to understand that we are the creators. We are the people that do the things. Things happen because of us. Things happen because of our ideas, because of our actions. Now, all the people that have, whatever it may be, inventors or anybody that has done anything, okay? There is no difference from them to you, okay? There is no difference from me, Gabe, Kalen, okay? There's no difference from us individuals. Like, we all are these people. We all are living a life. We're all going through different situations, okay? But the thing is, we all have a choice of what we can do with our time. We all have a choice of how we think, of who we listen to. We all have a choice at the end of the day. So when it comes down to it, like I said earlier, our success depends on what we do, okay? And we're the people that decide what happens from this. So as scary as that may sound, is like, oh, that puts a lot of pressure on you. Think about it this way. Like I said, start thinking about it in different ways. Think about this. You have your whole life in front of you. You got this blank book in front of you, and you're holding the pencil. You know what I'm saying? You're holding the pencil, and you can write down whatever the hell you want to write down. How amazing is that? Do you guys understand the power of that? You can write down, in terms of life, in terms of your actions, the things that you do, you can write down your whole book. You can write down your story. You can make it. It's yours. It's right here. You have full control at all times. Do you know what I'm saying? If you don't like the situation that you're in, if you're in this shitty ass town or whatever, and you want to get out, get out. If it takes you to leave, if it takes you to do these things that maybe are uncomfortable, that a lot of other people don't do, well, you know what? I don't want to be like other people. You know what? I'm going to do things that other people don't do. I'm going to behave the way other people don't behave. You know what I'm saying? Because I want things that a lot of people don't have. And why? It's because the discipline, it's the mindset. So when we understand how important it is for this mindset, guys, understand how capable that you are, understand that there is not one thing stopping you from completing anything, from achieving anything in this world. Okay. If you can think about it, you can do it. What does it take? Hard work. What does it take? Belief. What does it take? Consistency. Yes. Is this stuff easy? No, or else everyone would be having anything that they want. Okay, but be different. Be different. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what that was, but so I'm gonna wrap a couple things up. I'm gonna say a couple more things, and then we can get on. We got some other speakers out there, but some other things, I want to say that's important. Never be comfortable. Never be comfortable, because when you're comfortable, that's stagnant. Okay, the stagnancy. Come on, man.
Yo, take that person off, Kyle.
Yeah, they join and they bounce, or they. Okay. I don't know. Hopefully they just stay out there. Sorry about that, y'all. But okay, never be comfortable. Okay, get comfortable being uncomfortable. That's a lot. You hear that a lot. You know why? Because when you're comfortable, that's stagnant. Growth doesn't happen. Muted. Sorry about that. I was muted. Like I said, never be comfortable. Get comfortable of being uncomfortable. Okay, so when you're comfortable, you're stagnant. You're stagnant. Okay, and when you're stagnant, that doesn't promote growth. When you're uncomfortable, that gets that growth to happen. You get to learn from different things. You get to see different things, and you get to grow and know what to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's that experience. Okay, just with me, just the traveling that I've done after school, things like this. I've never been put in the situations that I have now. I'm still, when it comes to managing time, managing all these things, okay? Because we've never been, a lot of us have never been in this situation. We're all going through the same thing. A lot of us are going through the same thing. As much as you don't think so, a lot of us on this call right now, whether they've been in for a year, they've been in for a couple months, we're all going through the same thing. We're all still fighting in that head. Oh, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing enough? Or is this the right thing to do right now? You know what I'm saying? The time management is so big. If you had the days, what you can do, if you're working a job, have those job hours, okay? Work around that, okay? Make sure you get, we're going to have to sacrifice sleep. That's just going to happen, okay? So depending on your schedule and everything like that, schedule your sleep, schedule your work. Okay. Now fill in the rest of the time, because honestly, time of day does not matter. It's all 24 hours. It doesn't matter. You got to work when you got to work. You got to sleep. You can sleep when you can sleep. It doesn't matter. All those things don't matter. But make sure in those times you can. Right. What is that? Sleep? We're traders. Right. Who sleeps? But, so, all right. I said a bunch. We got a lot of speakers on here. You guys, the biggest thing I want you guys to understand is when I'm speaking to you guys, when I'm talking to you guys, the biggest thing that I could let you guys know is that, what you guys are capable of. I really want you guys to understand, no matter where you're at, if this is day 1 for you, or if this is day 100, if this is day 500, okay, I want you to know how capable you are, and really put yourself, if you want to be that 7-figure trader, it's already done. We know what we have to do to get there. We all know. We get told all the time. We know what we have to do to get there. We are blessed with IML, with the things that they provide us. We are blessed with the people in this group chat giving us all this value, giving us trades to take, letting us make money while we're still learning the skill. We have this community, this family that we have. Guys, we are so blessed, and you are more than capable to do anything that you put your mind to. And that as cliche as that may sound, there is no secret. Everyone has known the secret. A lot of people don't believe in themselves. And that's the only thing keeping them from reaching where they want to go, is because they do not believe in themselves. So, guys, I appreciate you guys being on this call. I appreciate you guys letting me talk. Echo, go ahead, buddy. I want you to take over. All peace and all love, you guys. We got an amazing thing here. Remember how grateful we are each and every day. So appreciate you guys. Echo, go ahead. Let's drop some 7s for the man, Echo. Let's drop some 7s in the chat for this guy who's helped so many people. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Echo, take over, my guy.
Yo. What's good, everyone? What's good? Thank you, Kyle. Thank you for hopping on, dropping those nuggets for the fam. We really appreciate it. You said a lot of important things, a lot of things you guys should definitely pay attention to. It's really important to be aware of your habits, aware of the thoughts that you're thinking. Is going to directly relate to what actually happens to you. What do you believe, and things like that. But I wanted to hop on and say a couple things. Number 1, make sure we are approaching trading in IML in the long term. Make sure we are approaching it with a vision and not so much sight. A lot of people come in thinking like they're going to make money in the first month, and if they don't, then it doesn't work or it's a scam. But guys, guess what? I'm a full-time trader now, and it took me 10 months to make my first withdrawal. So for those of you that quit in your first 1, 2, 3 months, I do not feel sorry for you. You actually have to stick with it and go through the trials and tribulations. It's not going to be easy. Like, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it and no one would ever work a job. It just wouldn't make sense. So make sure you're looking at this in the long term. And another thing, I would like to compare this to college. When you really look at the numbers and think about it, like, number 1, college is 5 figures a semester in most cases. And a lot of people do not have that, so it's actually going to end up being a loan. So just think about it, say 4 years of college versus 4 years of IML, where you're going to be. And like, the difference is astonishing. If you really think about it, we're talking 50 to 100K in student loan debt after 4 years. And then you get a job that's going to pay you maybe 50, 60K. Maybe that's average. So 50, 60K in debt to get a job that's going to pay you 50, 60K. But yeah, there's people in IML that are within their first year making 50, 60K, and they don't have any debt. And as soon as they got 2 people, the whole thing was free. So literally a free membership or something, it only takes 2 people, guys. It's not like, even if you're not good at talking to people, I wasn't either. I'm a Platinum 5000 now, and it took me 3 months to get my 2 and free. So once again, if you're quitting in your first couple months, I don't feel sorry for you. Maybe this wasn't for you. You actually need persistence and the ability to be consistent for this to work, and really for anything to work. Make sure that you guys literally understand that. And I want you guys to understand that you need to practice your patience and your discipline. Don't think you have to enter every single trade that you see, and don't sit there approaching the markets as you want to make money right now. I want to make money right now. I'm going to look for a trade. You don't have to look for a trade. When a trade is an actual good trade to take, you're not going to have to look for it. It's going to be very obvious. And as Renee says, he says, you guys know the quote, he says, trading. He said like trading is like a fart. If you have to force it, it's probably shit. He said something like that, but it was funny because it's true. Like you shouldn't have to force a trade. It doesn't make sense. And also, I want to talk about a little bit about trading mindset. So we talk about mindset all the time, but like specifically trading, what can help you, like mentality to approach the markets and things that have helped me. Some of the problems I've made, some of the mistakes I've made, like whenever you lose a trade, number one, you need to look back at what you did wrong and reset your mind. If you lose a trade and your immediate reaction is to re-enter or look for a trade to make that money back, odds are you're going to lose that trade. It goes into the law of the universe. When you're in a lack mindset, you're going to continue in lack. When you are thinking abundantly, you're going to become abundant. I always say that one affirmation you can use to really reprogram your subconscious mind for trading is, all of the best setups are coming to me. I'm only taking the best setups. I like to say I'm dropping economic moving lots and seeing all blue. Just things like that. I am a 7-figure trader. I am a 7-figure trader. Whatever. I am a 6-figure trader. Whatever it is for you, say the same things over and over, and like just it'll really make a difference with what you do as far as trading. Make sure that you're not just taking random trades. Like if anything, just copy Major League Trade exactly on small risk on your live and be practicing on your demo. Like that's what you should be doing. Like even your first 30, 60 days, most people, we don't even recommend that you go live yet. So like those of you that are like such in a rush to make money, like that's probably why you're not making money, is because you're focusing on the wrong thing. You need to focus on learning the skill set, because over time, it would make more sense that if you just focus on learning for 3 to 6 months and not even enter a live trade, by the end of that 3 to 6 months, you probably will have an even amount of money. Whereas if you're trying to force trades before you learn, you might lose money. So that's number one. And also, you guys can always scale up your lot size. I would rather trade on 0.01s for a year, and then by the end of the year, I know my percentage, then I up my lot size to a standard or something like that. Don't try to make money faster than you can learn, because money comes to those that earn it and those that feel worthy of it. So if you're rushing the process and not trusting the process, then odds are the money is not going to come to you. And if it does, it's not going to last. So really understand how that works. Focus on learning, trade while you're in a high vibration, in a zone, a primal state of mind. If you are feeling any type of anxiety, fear, distraction, any type of emotion, honestly, even good emotion, make sure you are trading at a clear mental state. It's just like playing sports. Like you need to be in the flow state when you are trading. You do not need to be distracted. Another thing I want to make a key point. Those of you that are on this call, please, 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 this is so important, you guys. You need to celebrate others' success as it is your own. So if we see, number one, if a new person comes into the chat, you guys should be welcoming them, because this is a team, this is a family. Say welcome. If someone hits a rank advance, there should be hundreds of people in the chat yelling, screaming, dropping gifts, emojis. Guys, drop emojis. Get excited, because excitement is contagious. Any type of emotion and vibration is contagious. Make sure you are talking in the chats. Make sure you're dropping gifts and emojis in the chats. Put some energy into these chats. It's a lot of people's only source of information. Those people that are afraid to ask questions, kind of like how I was when I started, their only form of interaction is going to be in the chat. So make it a friendly home environment and show energy and show love to everyone. If they rank up, say thank you or say congratulations. And then if Gustavo calls a trade that hits TP, like everyone should be getting lit. Whether you took the trade or not, congratulate him and say thank you. It's simple little things like that. It's all about the law of vibration, law of attraction. The things that you do and put out into the universe will come back to you. So as you're saying, thank you, Gustavo, for that trade. Thank you, Gustavo, for that trade. The universe is going to send you right back a trade that you can take for yourself. Like, that's how it works. Celebrate others' success as it is your own. And I want you guys to understand participation, how important that is. Those of you that have gone to events, you understand the importance of it, the things you learn, the type of inspiration, motivation, and education that you get at these events is unreal. And then going back off of that, what I noticed after I went to these events was like that these webinars just like this are things that you can learn, things you can really use to get that little boost of energy that you needed. Like start taking notes way more, participate, get on these webinars webinars. And if those of you are building the business, one of the things you need to learn, one of the skill sets you need to adapt is promoting. So I don't know if you guys noticed, I dropped the link like 4 different times in the chat before this call. So like the power of promoting is a big deal, because just because someone drops a link or drops a trade one time does not mean everyone's going to see it. And if you know how important and powerful these calls are and these events are, you would know that you pretty much need to promote this, because you need your people on this call. If you want your team to rank up, if you want your team to stay inspired and actually staying in this business and being motivated and actually doing something productive on a day-to-day basis, you need to make sure they get on these calls, because that is their source of connection with the group. If your team is not getting on these calls, they're not talking to anyone, they're not getting any type of inspiration or education, especially those people that are not hopping on IML TV either. Like, you guys need to be on IML TV. There's no excuse. Like, get on IML TV, Zach and Jordan every single day. I recommend. If you want to get right to the point, go watch Zach and Jordan. There's other basic channels you can watch, but like pick one educator, 2 educators, and just watch them every single day and let the compound effect do its thing. And don't be so focused on your result money-wise, because I don't know if you guys know how bamboo works, but literally a bamboo tree, if I'm not mistaken, it stays underground for the first 5 years. And then like once it reaches above the ground, it grows to like 40 feet tall within like hours. So like understand like the process. Sometimes it can take 3 months. For some people, it can take a year. It can take 2 years. But think about it like this. Like, what are you going to do instead that can give you the opportunity to travel the world or retire your parents or live completely free? Like, what else are you going to do? So why not just stick through the process? Even if you're going to work a job, still, maybe it doesn't work out for you for the first year or two. Like, at the very least, stay active, or at least get an IBO active, and then stay in the business, and your team's going to build with or without you in most cases. So, like, you guys don't quit. Like, if you know what happens when you quit, basically all those people that you were worried about what they thought, all those people that make fun of you saying it's a scam, you're letting them win. You're giving them all the power when you quit. When you just stick with it and stick through the process and have full determination, and you are manifesting every day, you are thinking positive thoughts, you are just going through the process, guys, you have no choice but to be successful over time. Like, everything happens in divine timing. One way to guarantee failure is to quit. So, like, do not quit. Don't even start if you're going to quit within your first year. Like, you guys got to give this like a legitimate 18 months to really like set yourself up. Like, what if it takes you 3 years before you can quit your job and not have to work a job again? Like, wouldn't that be worth it? We go 4 years of college to be in debt and 2 get to be able to work a job. You can't work on a business for 3 years. Like, that makes no sense. Like, let's really think about what we're doing. And one last thing, while I'm on this chart, I just wanted you guys to understand a couple things. Like, let me write this down actually. Let's do it on the whiteboard. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a daily routine, something that I learned from Darwin Lopez. Is this full screen? Yeah. Something I learned from Darwin Lopez. He gave us a daily routine, just some simple daily tasks that you can use. Guys, let the compound effect work. If you guys are actually not doing daily tasks, like, how do you expect to get anywhere? Because you need to be doing the simple things every single day. and Jimmy, about the $160 a month, let me tell you this: if $160 is a lot of money to you, it's always going to be a lot of money to you. You need to change the way you look at money, and money will change the way that it works for you. Because, not to be rude and not to call anyone out, but understand that $160 is not a lot of money. It's actually a very small amount of money, especially when you compare it to things like college, or say honestly just like rent. Like, we're talking like this is less than rent. And it's something that can make you 6 and 7 figures if you just stick to the process. And understand that it literally just takes 2 people to get 2 and free. If you guys are having trouble with 2 and free, you need to reach out for help, because all you need to do is invite someone to a call with a leader, and we'll get them signed up. Like, it's not rocket science. Of course, it is hard at times depending on how your mindset is and what you think about. But like, understand, like, it's just 2 people. It's not rocket science. You just got to invite people to a call. But like, understand this as well. When I first started, I was not the person to be hopping on the phone with anyone. I was very shy. I didn't even want to call Ray. Ray was my upline. He can tell you this. Tell them if I'm lying if you're on this call. Ray was my upline, and in my first 6 months, I bet you I hopped on the phone with him less than 5 times. And that wasn't because he wasn't helping me. It was because I was just shy, and I didn't want to hop on the phone. I was Yeah, exactly. That's literally, guys, 160. Like, the way I look at it is once you can catch 20 pips every time, like 20 pips can be $10, it can be 100, it can be 1,000. Shit, that could be 10,000. $20, or 20 pips. Like, guys, if you can catch 20 pips, you can be a 6-figure trader. You can be a 7-figure trader. I know a guy that scalps and he's made 7-8 figures trading. Like, you don't have to catch a million pips. But if you guys can do these simple tasks every single day, you have no choice but to be successful. Just let it work. You can't quit in the middle of the process. I don't know if you guys have heard the story of the dude that was 3 feet from gold. 1 to 2 hours of IMLTV every day. There's this dude, I don't know the exact story, but basically this guy was looking for gold to mine, and he dug and like he just decided to quit one day, and then like some dude just came in, bought the land or the mine or whatever. He asked for, like, he just asked a couple questions, and then he dug 3 feet and it was right there. Like, that sometimes it's as easy as just asking a couple questions and continuing in the process. Hello, I love you too. Thank you. Watch, let's see, 1 to 2 hours of IMLTV a day, 1 to 2 hours of PD every day. Call one of your leaders every day. If you do that, you are not going to quit and you are going to see results. If you call one of your leaders every single day, like, that's something you need to do, actually, especially if you ever are discouraged. Like, you need to be listening to personal development more, and you need to be calling your leaders. It's that simple. We will get you where you need to go. You just can't give up or lack to show effort. Like, you need to actually put effort in, and anything is possible with this. I would get your tune free and take the Major League Trade signals. Major League Trade called out like thousands of pip last week. So if you would have taken those at 0.01, you would have made $160. I can tell you that. Let's get it. And guys, soon $160 is going to be the spread on your trades. So don't even worry. Call one of your leaders every single day. What else was it? Did he say anything else? This is from Darwin, but I'll just add on to this. If you're really serious, like if you're in one of those 90-day stretches where you're going hard, like you need to do minimum 1 to 3 exposures. 1 to 3 exposures per day. So what does an exposure mean? It basically means talking to someone that is not in the business about the business. So whether that's your mom, whether that's your friend, whether that's DMing a random stranger on Instagram. You want to go over it?
What, over social media?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, yeah. So whether it's, you just got to talk to someone, guys. Like, I don't think you understand in the process. I want to give a shout out to my man, Kyle Prasad. He's 16 years old. When he was 15, he did not make any excuses. I can tell you this from literally just from remembering, like, how he hit me up back in like June, and I figured out he wasn't 18. So I was like, damn, I can't even work with him. So I just ignored him. But 1 month later, he hit me up again. It's like, it's those people that hit you up multiple times, you know they're serious. But he ended up getting signed up. And guys, we had a full month. Me and Kyle did a full month of op calls. He had me on 3 per day. And I'm telling you, after his first month, I think he maybe only had 1 person on his team. Like, we were doing 2-3 a day for 30, 40 days straight. So just his persistency and effort and willingness to get to the next level, that's why he's 16 years old in a P2K right now. It's because he was doing all those calls with no result. He was doing all those op calls with 1 person on, 2 people on. Like, that's what it takes. Like, you have to do whatever it takes. Quit looking for the minimum you can do to be successful. Like, what does it take? It literally takes whatever it takes. Like, the whole purpose is to get there. So why would you quit? Get these exposures in, call one of your leaders, get the personal development, get the IMLTV in, guys. That's literally it. And let me add this. I'm just going to add this so you guys don't forget. show energy and love in the chats at all times. Okay? That can be your source of energy. And get on the team webinars. Promote the calls to your teams. Very important things. And before we hop off, I have one last speaker I want to let hop on. He's going to go over some social media. You guys probably know me, called out, who knows, a few thousand pips last week. Too many pips if you ask me. But master of US 30, about to get on Gold Cup. Really seen him elevate himself over these last couple of months. Everyone drop some 777s for my boy Damo 30.
Shush! What's up, everybody? Sheesh, like the chats up. Okay, sheesh.
Drop a 777 if you caught a TV from Damo last week.
Let's go. Let's keep dropping some more sevens for Jordan real quick. Some fire emojis. Drop the craziest emoji you can drop real quick. I'm sorry if you don't have an iPhone, but drop some crazy emoji. Let's go. Okay, surfer. We surfing the goat. Frog. Okay, let's go. All right, bet. So, I'm gonna go over. I actually want to touch on some of these things too. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Like, y'all know I've been calling US 30 for a while. I've been doing some things. I did 1 to 2 hours every day for about a week. And I was going over Jordan Morgan and Zach Hogan's strategy and everything, one of the institutional candles and all that, and literally changed up my whole trading. Like, I went from losing, 3 and 4 times a week to losing once, right? Just from watching. Before that, I had never watched a single IMO TV. I'd never done like any personal development. I was not talking to Jordan. I was not talking to Ray. I wasn't talking to anybody. I was just doing my own thing, just trying to mark up stuff and just trying to do it on my own way. But after I realized I do need to include my team. I do need to include, myself into like IMO TV and do some personal development and talk to my leaders every day. I started seeing way more progress. I went from 0 to 1 million in like a few months just from doing these simple things. So you guys got to do these things. I don't take anybody on my team serious. And if you guys are leaders, you shouldn't take a single one of your people serious if they're not hitting you up every day. Every day. I want to shout out to JP. I just got off the phone with them. That's why I was outside. They hit me up every day. I don't care if it's a new question. I don't care if it's just to say hi, because that conversation that you start right there is going to start another conversation to see where they are. So every day, your people should be hitting you up, right? Every single day. I don't care who you are. I don't care if it's about trading. I want everybody to win at this. Shija wants everybody to win at this. Freaking Mia wants everybody to win at this. Henry wants everybody to win at this. Gabe wants everybody to win at this. But you guys have to talk to us. If you don't talk to us and you quit, that's on you. It's not on us, right? You got to understand that. This is you coming in to get more value. This is you coming in to get everything that you want. This is you. This is all on you. You can't blame any of us if you didn't, Oh, Daniel, I'll hit you up, bro. This is you. If you want it, you'll get it, right? They say the people the reason they don't do Lambo commercials is because the people that want Lambos don't sit around trying to watching TV, right? They go out and get it, right? So I want you guys to understand that. But I'm gonna go ahead and go over some tips and stuff that I've been doing. I've gotten a lot of people from Instagram as well, and just going up to people. So like, there's a lot of people that are like, I don't like talking to people, and I don't. I don't know, like, how do I approach people? You just do it. At the end of the day, if you didn't take this leap of faith right now, like, you would have skipped over it. You just did it, right? So now you're here, right? So it just takes just doing it. You got to get out of your comfort zone. Like, you got to understand, like, where you are right now is not where you're going to be tomorrow. So what are you doing today to have a better tomorrow? You feel me? So what are you going to do? You just got to do it. You can't hesitate. We were joking around the other day. We were in Albuquerque with the Albuquerque squad, and we were joking around. And Jordan was like, "Yo, who's gonna get some Instagrams in there? Because I know for a fact if Damo goes, if I tell Damo to go get some Instagrams, he's gonna come out with 50. Like I will, and you know why? Because I'm gonna do it. I know there's 10, 12 people in there that need this, so you gotta do it. So once you get their Instagrams, that's what I'm gonna talk about now. Once you get your Instagram, you gotta understand you gotta post every day. We were talking to Darwin, and he was spitting some mad nuggets about, like, even made me think, like, dang, even Darwin, I mean, not Darwin, Gustavo said some stuff the other day. Like, I started doing it. I dropped 2 IGTV videos on my Instagram just to get some value, like stuff I was already doing, you know, giving value. But I started talking on IGTV, little bit longer videos, not just on my story, IGTV videos, and I started getting a lot more followers. Like, let's see, the first video that I posted, bro, I got like 10 follows that day, and I had like 1,000 views in like 30, 40 minutes, like an hour or something like that. It was crazy. I don't even get that many views on my story in a whole 24 hours. And all I did was post to IGTV. So these are things that you have to do. You got to post IGTV, like, and understand too, don't, like, we're all, like, this is a cool niche and everything, but you got to limit the sauce, right? You can't, it's an 80-20 rule. Like, you got to go in, give them 80% of you, because, like, if you're a person that I've been following for a long time, and you just stop posting shit about yourself, and now you just start posting Forex, I'm gonna think your page got hacked. And then when you come up to me, I'm not gonna think it's you, right? So you gotta keep that 80-20 rule. You gotta come in with 80% you, and then 20% Forex, or less. But it's 80% of that Instagram has to be you. If y'all go on my Instagram, like, I don't have Forex everywhere. I have some nice pics. I've got some IGTV videos. I got 1 picture, 2 pictures, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 pictures altogether on my Instagram, but I have 50 posts, right? So that's 10%. 10%. The other 80% is all me. It's all me giving value. It's me showing who I really am. It's me showing myself as a father, right? So that helps people relate to you. If you just start posting Forex all over your stuff, you're gonna be like, damn, this guy got hacked. Like, what happened to him? Where'd he go? Right? It's okay if you're seeing success in the Forex market, but not everybody wants to see that all the way. You're gonna start seeing people unfollow you and a whole bunch of stuff. So you got to make sure you limit it. You got to make sure you got to make sure you do the things to show them that it's still you, but you just elevated yourself. You just got to a new value, and that's where you start spitting more value. You spit this stuff like this, like life experience. Like, I have people I had somebody come up to me in Albuquerque and ask me about getting through marriage, right? I was able to give them that value because they were able to relate to something like that, because they're trying to get to there. So they needed somebody to relate to. So you want to give this the same thing with Instagram. You want to give people stuff to relate to. You just don't Forex. Like, half of your followers are not even know what you're talking about, right? So you got to give people stuff to value. But let me get to these notes real quick. Because Dar gave some good stuff. Follow influencers in your area. That's very important. You want to follow the people, whether it's people that, have a mindset like you. Like, maybe you might want to follow Grant Cardone because Grant Cardone is a businessman, right? Follow influencers in your area and then follow their followers. Darwin says you guys need to be following 200 to 300 people a day, right? And stay consistent with your value, right? You want to you're following these new people and they're following you back, but if they have nothing that you're valuing or nothing that you're saying makes sense to them, if it's all Forex or if it's stuff that just, don't click with them, they're going to unfollow you, right? So you have to stay consistent with value, right? So I want to make sure people understand that. You can stay consistent on Instagram, but what are you giving that's value? What you posting, your food, how is that valuable to somebody else, right? Spit some value. Go on there. I'm not saying like don't post food, but how is that helping somebody understand what it is that you do or what level of mindset you are on? It's not. You got to get in front of the camera. You got to talk. You got to get on IGTV. Go live. Gus was talking about that too. Go live. Start going live every day. I've literally come up with a schedule because I'm trying to get this Lady Boss squad moving heavy. So I literally came up with a schedule. Made this new Instagram. Everybody follow I am _lady_bosses. But follow them. They're about to start going crazy. They're going to start getting live every day. There's going to be some type of value coming from each one of my area of lady bosses. They're gonna start doing this. All they're gonna do is get on there and give value. That's all you have to do. People are gonna start watching. People aren't gonna. You might not have a lot of followers at once get on. Like you might have 2 or 3 or 5 that maybe get on. But if you continue to stay consistent, how many people are you gonna have down the line? So stay consistent with the value. Why is your goal to reach as many people as you can? Why is my goal to reach as many people as I can? Because I want to change economies, bro. Why is it not? Why is it not my goal? Why don't I want to change as many lives as I can, bro? I want to change the whole world's life. Like I want everybody to understand that they're more powerful than they think, right? More powerful than the system that programmed to think they are, right? So I want to change as many people. I want to change economies, bro. I want to go to these third world countries and show them that they don't have to come to the United States. They don't have to come to the United States for a better life. They can stay where they're at, and I can show them exactly how to change it, right? You don't have to come here to the United States. Bro, there's so many people. There's too many people that come here to the United States. Freaking people that come from Mexico, people that come from Africa, people that come from India, Philippines, illegal. There's people that come here thinking it's gonna change their life, and then they get smacked in the face with reality. Yes, it's a land of the free, and it's a land of this and that. But why can't we do that in your country? So this is what I want. This is my goal, to reach as many people as I can. This is my goal, to change the world. I'm not talking about changing my country. It's cool. It's cool to change like the United States. The United States is okay. The United States, we have opportunities. Let's go change your country. Let's go back. Let's go back and change Ethiopia. Let me show you how everybody. Oh, you want to see the Instagram? It's lady bosses oops. Bosses. You don't have to come here. You don't have to come here for your country to change. There's so many people that they come here and send money back to their country because they know that the money here is a little better, but they're sending it all back because they want to change it. So how about we do this? Let me show you this opportunity that's going to change that. We go back and take it and implement it in your economy, and we change your family's generation. Like some of these people, if you get people in different countries right to P1000, that is going to bless them for like the next few months. You feel me? 1 month, a P1000 is going to bless them for the next few months. You know something, like, I want to say this too, like, C. John said it like a month or two ago. He said there are people over there in those countries that are paying their subscription every day because they know that this is going to change their life. There are people over there ranking up because they know it's going to change their life, because they want to change their economy. They know that some people know that coming over here is not the land of the free and the land of opportunity. They just want to stay where they're at so they can do that for their economy. So that's what you guys need to understand and do. You gotta, like I say, that's why I want to change as many lives as I can. I know I digress a little bit, but that's what I want to do. Like why not? Why do you not want to change? Like, God didn't put me here so I could live for myself, right? God didn't put me here so I could go have a good time and leave my mom hanging, right? God didn't put me here so I could go buy 1 million Lamborghinis. Nah, God put you on here. I was just saying it to Jawan and JP, bro. It says it in the Bible. It is your job. I'm a Christian, okay? So whatever you guys are, I'm not, down to your religion or anything. God told me, right, in the Bible, it says, it is your job to go spread Christianity, but it's not your job to make them do it, right? So it's not my job to come over here and live a life for myself. It's my job to go change people's lives. And that's how I look at it. I might, spread a little bit of Christianity too, but I'm also going to change your life. I'm also going to put something in you that's going to make you understand that you are better than what you think. You are better than what the system is making you to be, right? But yeah, so like I said, I digressed a little bit. Just to make you guys understand, like, I'm not living this life for me. I'm not living this life for me. God put me on here. God has put me through so much, and I'm still here for a reason. And it's not for me. This life is not for me. It's for the people that need it. There are people out here right now that need you, right? Me and Jordan, I know I'm digressing a little bit from social media, but me and Jordan did a video a little while back, and we were talking about going to Miami and Dallas. You never know who's going to be sitting next to you, bro. You never know. That person next to you might have needed you to sit next to them. That's how powerful stuff, like you going to different places, you changing people's lives. It's as simple as that. Going to Dallas, sitting next to the person who may just elevate you to a different level that you didn't know you could get to, or they needed you. You can't, like, this, people need you. It doesn't matter where you are, what type of lifestyle you live right now. There's somebody out there right now that needs you right now. So that's why you need to elevate yourself. There was a question from Kiss. Where's the balance in this mentality with gotta separate to elevate? Where's the balance in that? Well, I don't understand the question, but like I'll try to touch on it. Like you have to separate yourself to elevate. The people around you are not always going to be conducive to what you need, right? They might have a negative environment. There's a lot of people. My mom, I'll use an example. I got into this, right? I got into IMO about a year ago, and I got into this, and I started doing. My mom was like, "That's a scam. You're not going to make any money. You're not going to do anything." I don't need that. So you said when you were talking about people leaving their country when they don't have to. All I want is freedom and travel. So hold on. When you're talking about people leaving the country when they don't have to, because they don't. People believe that this country is better than theirs. It's not. It's a mindset. Why do you believe that? So that's what I mean. It's not. You don't have to, like, yes, you have to separate yourself from negative environments. My country is no better than yours, right? It might say it number-wise. It might say it on paper. My country is no better than yours. You say your country's bad because the economy, change it. What are you doing to change it? Why are you leaving? That's what I mean. You don't need to separate yourself from your economy to come here to make your economy better. Just do it, right? It's the same. The people here, we have that, like, we're so privileged. We have so many opportunities to change certain things, but people are just talking. People are just talking. You don't have to leave. I am no better than you. My country is no better than yours, right? Like, you gotta, like, this is stuff you gotta think about. Like, why? Okay, so why is Mexico better than the United States? Why? Why is Mexico? Because we have crime, we have poverty, we have the same stuff they have. Why? Because they can get a job and make a little bit more money than they were making in their country. But when they were in their country, was their job making them the money to live, right? So you have to understand, like, why is my country better than yours? It's not. My country in no way. Just like me as a person, I am no better than anybody on this call, right? Just because you see me success, my success doesn't mean anything. My success, the only thing it should mean to you is to motivate you to become better than me. That's it. Like, my country over here should motivate you to change your country. My country over here should motivate you to do that for your country. Because why can't it? Why can't you do that? Why do you need to come to a whole different other country, leave your whole environment, right, to come to this? You don't. You can just change yours. And that's a lot of life. Like, you can do that. I mean, I'm in the US too, bro. Like, I'm in the US, but I want to go change those countries. So let me see. It's facts. Nobody is toxic. Everyone needs this, right? In some way or form, they need this, right? There might be some people that don't need this, but there's people that need this, whether they know it or not. So you just, like, you can't judge everybody by, like, my mom, example, back to it. My mom told me this wasn't going to work. My mom said, we can't do this. You're going to lose a lot of money. But guess who's in it now? My mom, right? So those toxic people that you're saying are toxic are not so toxic. Maybe they're going through something. Maybe, like you said, they're programming loss. Help them see. Put them on the personal development. There's something that you can do to change their life. Start now. You might not be able to get them in the company. Send them some value. If there's some, like, family, like I was just talking to Juwan and JP about Warm Market. Bro, okay, you skip over those people, right? And go to your, like, there's people that need this, right? But it doesn't hurt to send them a little bit of value. It doesn't hurt to send them this video that I just watched Tony Robbins, right? It doesn't help that. They may or may not watch it. And if they watch it, maybe it'll change their life. Maybe that one thing said to them in that video is going to spark something in their head. So there's no such thing as a toxic person. It's just you consider them toxic and you leave. Like, change their life. Show them. That's why elevation does require separation to an extent. I'm not saying leave your country to come to this country. Nah, you're okay where you are. Just figure out what it is that you need to do to change what you have going on in your thing. So we were talking about social media. I'm just gonna say a few more things on here. I really don't like this. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. Stop thinking you need to post results to get people. This is the biggest misconception in this business. You do not, it's already against what we're supposed to be doing, right? You do not need to post people you made $1,000 today for them to sign up. Hold on. So literally, Darwin said this. He said, build your business off come learn, not come make money, right? Because this is what this is. We're coming to teach people how to make money, right? So they have to learn it first. But if you posting results, well, so this is what I always tell my people. If you post results, what are they gonna do? They're gonna say, "Oh snap, you made $1,000." They're not gonna ask you how you made it, what you had to go through to make it, what you had in your account, because this is leverage trading, so they don't know what you had in your account to make that. They're just gonna say, "Oh man, you made $1,000. That's cool. You really made that. Let me sign up right now." All right, bet. You sign up. What are they gonna do? They're gonna come in and they're gonna say, "Oh man, you made $1,000. Why didn't I make $1,000 today? You made $1,000 yesterday. Why didn't I make that $1,000? Because you didn't ask any questions on how I made that $1,000. You didn't come in you came in based off results. That's why, I tell my people all the time, you can ask anybody on my squad. I say, stop putting results, put you. Show them why they need to believe what you believe. Businesses are built on belief, not results. Right? Someone believed the same thing that somebody else believed, and they built the pyramids, or they built, the Eiffel Tower. I'm just naming stuff. They built these things off of belief, not results. Ideas, you have to make people believe it. Like when you present an opportunity to an investor, you have to. They have the money. They could give you the money right now, right? They have it. They have it, but you have to make them believe what you see. Right? You have to make them believe and understand why they need to do this or why they need to invest in you. So it's the same concept. You need to make them believe in everything that you believe in, so that way they believe in it too when they come in off of your belief. I promise you the retention rate will be high if you make them believe. I promise you the retention rate will be high if you start posting results and making people expect that they're going to come in and make $1,000 in their first week. Not knowing that, it costs $225. But yeah, you gotta put more money in. You gotta put more money to make more money, right? So a lot of people don't see that, right? So that's the things that we have to you gotta stop doing. It's like I said, it's one of my biggest pet peeves. I hate when people post all these results and then sign people up, and then those people quit in 3 days. They quit in 2 days. They haven't even spent enough time to even understand why they're quitting. But they're quitting because they didn't make that $1,000. Right? Use your social media to develop your mindset and your team's mindset, right? If I'm getting on dropping those bombs, I'm dropping more knowledge on there. There might be somebody on your team that needed to see that. That's why, like I said, it's gotta be 80% you and your mindset and your elevation, and 20% Forex, right? So you got it. These people need to understand, somebody on your team might have been down, might have, been through a very pitiful week and don't know what's going on. But then they see your Instagram post that you said, bro, it's nothing, bro. Get over it or something. I don't know. I'm just getting things to say. But they see that one thing that so when they see that, it might have changed it might have been something that they needed to hear to elevate them even more. So that's the whole point of posting value, because your team. And this is the last one. And then I'm gonna give it away to some very special people. So success equals belief plus skills times faith. So I'm going to say that one more time. Success equals belief plus skill times faith. All right. So what that meant to me when Darwin said it was a lot of people come in and think they can just do this, do that. They'll get it off the bat, and then when they don't see the vision anymore because they lost. That's not belief. To obtain success, you need to come in here and already believe. Like, you already need to see the vision. Like when I tell people this, if you don't see the vision, it's because you don't understand it, right? If you don't believe right now and see the vision, then you're not going to get it. Then when you add the skill that you learn from the belief, right? When you add the skill that you've learned, you got this skill set, because at the end of the day, this is a skill set. You get the skill, you add it with the belief, it's going to elevate you even more. Then you times it by faith, that's success. You stuck by it no matter what. You always had faith. You never gave up. I'm going to share this short little story with y'all real quick. We went to the mountains a few weeks back, Rocky Mountains. I've never climbed a mountain in my entire life, right? I've never climbed a mountain. Every second of the way, let's say. So Jordan, BG, a few other people got to the top. They were up there for an hour without me because I was climbing the mountain. Every breath that I took that I needed a break, I just felt myself, I wanted to give up, right? I wanted to give up, right? So what did I do? So I believed in myself, and I timed that by faith with the skill that I knew I could already make it up. I already had the skill to make it up the mountain. I knew I could get up there. You're just going up a mountain, right? I already believed. No, so I stopped believing that I could make it up there, and I stopped believing in the faith to get up there, right? So once those two things stopped, I would have gave up. But you know what I said to myself? I started saying my kids' names, right? Because I felt like if I gave up right there at that very moment, that I would be giving up on them. I would be giving up on everything that I ever have accomplished. I'd be giving up on everything. The devil would have needed to kill me a long time ago, because I'm giving up on every single thing right now. Because what? Why? There was no reason, right? And that was my belief, getting ready to crumble, but I didn't let it. That was my faith, getting ready to crumble. I already had the skill to get up the mountain, but I was letting those two things crumble right in front of my face, right? So this is, like I said, you got to in order to achieve success, you got to put belief plus skill times faith, right? You got to put them together, and you'll get to wherever it is that you want. Always keep the vision. Always stay focused, laser focused. A lot of people say you need to, you might need to come over here. No, stay focused. Stay focused. Like Alan said, tunnel vision. It's always tunnel vision. See the vision, see it through. See it through a faith. It's going to happen. But what I'm going to do now real quick is, I've talked to this guy a few times, but I know already just from his work, just from the things that he's done, just from the studying, just from, making sure he's on every call. I know this guy is going to take it serious. I know that he's for sure a chairman. Chairman for him is already done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and welcome Chris onto the call. He's about to spit some major key nuggets for you guys. Can we get some, snap. Thank you, C. John. C. John already added. Can we get some 777s in the chat for Chris right now, who's getting ready to kill it and bring some heat? Let's go. Oh, hold on. Let me unmute you, bro. Chris. On the phone? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. Keep dropping sevens. Drop those sevens.
Guys, let's really take the chat seriously. Let's go in the Major League chat and drop some fires consistently. Every time there's a call, every time a TP gets hit, drop some fires in the chat. Let's light it up in there, baby.
All right, Chris, you're good. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me? So I just want to share two things real quick. One's to show you. It's I got sticky notes on my wall, if you can see that. And each sticky note has a different character trait. So when I wake up every morning, that's the first thing I see because it's right across from my bed. That's part of my affirmations. And so I've always kind of been like the black sheep, so to speak, in my family and just in everywhere I go, so to speak. So what I have found valuable more than just blindly listening to anybody is being able to have equal balanced perspective on something. And what I mean by that is that, and when I'm about to share this story, I don't mean it in any way, shape, or form to step on anyone's toes, but it's just simply to share a perspective and to help you get perspective on where you're at. Okay, so Genghis Khan. If you guys know who Genghis Khan was, drop a 1 in the chat for me. It's just so I can see where people are at. You guys even heard the name roughly. All right, cool. So we got a few people. That's plenty. All right. So for those of you who don't know, Genghis Khan was a dude who lived in like the 1200s in Asia. And for those of you who do know a little bit about him, you know, probably already know where I'm going with this. But for those who don't, this guy at 12 years old, he was the second son of the leader of his tribe of about 300 people. And long story short, his father was poisoned and betrayed and all that kind of stuff. Basically, Genghis and his family was left to die. His mother and his brothers were left to die on the plains of the desert in Mongolia or wherever they were. And he went at 12 years old from being, you know, going to probably inherit the tribe to, you know, once he got older, to in a day, just one day, his entire life changed. His father's dead. His family is, the tribe completely betrayed him because the betrayal was within the tribe. And he's left to die. Like he's going to be dead in 3 days if he doesn't, you know what I mean? Doesn't have anything, literally like a bone, you know what I mean? Bones for knives and arrows. Think about think about how hard our lives might be. Think about how hard that is. You have bones to survive with, you know what I mean? And so he goes from that to 4 years later, he's got a tribe of about 2 to 4 people outside of his family. Fast forward another, not even 6 years. No, I mean no, not 6 months. 6 months, about a year and a half. Dude has 900 people in his tribe. He not only went back and captured he captured the tribe of the people who betrayed his father, but he captured his own tribe and several others. From there, the story is that he basically, his dynasty owned all of Asia. Okay. He owned a continent, not just China, not just one country, like a continent. And he went from having everything, or what it seemed like everything, to absolutely nothing, literally starving to death, eating tiny fish this big, berries, because they didn't even have enough bones to make arrows to hunt actual animals, you know, vegan or not, whatever. But that's what they did at the time. And so I just want to share that because of the perspective. And I read this book that my uncle gave me about him, you know, when I was 8 or 10 years old, and I've read it several times throughout my life. And it's like wherever you're at, like it's not as bad as it could be, and it can absolutely get better, 100%. Like if you think you're at rock bottom, it can totally get worse. I promise you, and it will if you let it. It absolutely will, and it will never stop getting worse. And what's even worse than where you're at right now is settling for mediocrity. That is the safety, comfort. I'm not saying don't go to school, don't get a job, whatever. I'm saying that the relaxed, like, oh, I don't have to have the stress of pushing myself. That, if you and you can find this in every single person by one characteristic. Look at their posture. If you find anyone that's 30, 40, even 25, doesn't matter. They will be hunched over. The back of their spine is going to be basically up in their head because their whole attitude on life is just crippled and hunched over like that. So one thing, a book I read, you guys, it's very valuable to me at least, is called Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind by Shunryu Suzuki. He's the first guy who brought Zen Buddhism to America. It's like a 130-page book, and it's about posture and breathing. And Gabe, that's why I say that to you all the time, man. It's posture and breathing. You change your posture, you change your breathing, and everything changes. So with that said, guys, just have the perspective to realize that you're right where you need to be. And it absolutely, if you guys watch Matt Rose's YouTube video or Austin Godsey's story, like Austin Godsey's story is, I mean, that's incredible. You know what I mean? Dude went from not even being able to, check this out, not even being able to afford a $1,350 a month or down payment or whatever rent on his house to now he just bought a $1.35 million house. And he said, like, you know, God works in crazy ways. So with that said, Jordan, Damo, Kyle, everybody, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to share this story. The name of the book is Zen Mind, Z-E-N, Mind, The Beginner's Mind by Shunryu Suzuki. I'll type that in the chat. But thank you for the opportunity, and love each and every one of you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Let's get it. Let's go. I appreciate that. I appreciate that for sure. I'm actually going to bring up another guy. This guy right here, he's about to hit P1K. This guy, literally one of the best people I know, true good intentions, always after helping the next person. And he really brings that energy, shows love to everyone he encounters. So I want to hop on. I want to get my boy Gabe hop on here. I know for sure he's going to drop some value for you. So can we get some 1111 in the chat, because we were at the right place at the right time. Let's get an 1111 in the chat. Right place, right
Let's
time.
go. Let's go.
Sheesh.
Bro, let's drop a 777 for you guys, though, because, you know, you guys are the reason why I do this. It's all for you guys. You know, if you've been on a call with me before, you know that I always bring up the example of going to the bank, withdrawing $100, and then burning it right in front of your face, because I truly want you to know, pardon my language, that I do not give a fuck about the money. Yes, it's helping us get to where we want to go. Yes, it's a vehicle, and yes, I'm very grateful and thankful for its abundance in our universe. However, I also live by another quote that I tell people when I get on calls with them, and that is, never let the external world disrupt your internal universe. And that's facts, because nothing in life, again, guys, like we apply meaning to everything, and our realities are shaped by our references, you know, our beliefs, and like everything that reinforces those beliefs. And what's the best way to change a belief, even limiting of that matter? That is to constantly engage in small, incremental, correct steps every day, compounded consistently over a period of time. It's the compound effect, guys. You know, it's a book that I just started reading. I know Jordan Eccles read this book. It's really good, guys. And, you know, I just want to let you know, kind of touching on what Damo said earlier, you know, like there is no secret to success. It's like people hear about these people who made, quote unquote, $1 million overnight or became a success overnight. It may appear that way, but you got to remember, guys, we live in a very microwave mentality society. And what that means is, like, you know, we want instant gratification on everything. So people will always post, like we said, the results. It's like, stop posting the results, you know, like, post your mistakes, you know, because I'll be the first one to admit and talk about my mistakes to any of you guys. If you ever ask me, like, yo, Gabe, what's the worst thing you've done? Like, we'll have a conversation about it. Like, I'm not ashamed, because you know what? Everything that I've done has led me to this point right now, to be a part of such a great family with all of you beautiful people. And some of you I don't even know, but I'm sure I will soon. Like, you know, I do this because of the people. That's what makes me fulfilled. Like, seeing people step out of their comfort zones because of, you know, the influence of a couple of people is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's like, imagine this on a global scale. It's like, why can't we have this? Like, guys, the highest frequency is love. And it's like, people always like wonder what the answer is. Like, I know this might sound a cliche, but seriously, if you treat every situation with love, and like Echo says, you know, appreciate it, say thank you to it, like, nothing can stop you guys. You have to understand, we are the highest form of consciousness. Like, do you really think a plant really cares about, you know, what's going on? No, it just grows. It just follows the laws of life. And so should you guys, like, regardless of what anyone else says. Like, don't let other people be the darkness that shuts out your light. Be the light that brightens other people's darkness. You know, like, it's yin and yang, guys. Like, for real, just be yourself. Like, give the universe the best version of yourself, because, you know, none of us asked to be in this life, guys. You have to understand this. None of us asked for this life. So the way I see it, we have every right to live how we want to live. And anyone who is trying to condemn your growth, don't act aggressively towards. Simply be water and just flow around them. Let your energy carry you through the negativity. Just pay it no mind. Like, literally, This is kind of a weird philosophy that I also live by. It's something I learned in meditation. Like, a lot of people think when you meditate, it's to stop thinking, and that's not the case at all. Meditation is being accepting of your thoughts, just being aware of your thoughts and not letting it affect you. So you should be able to look at a very good thought and a very bad thought, objectively. Like, there's a Buddhist quote I also live by. It's like, through praise or ridicule or whatever, no man is shaken, something across those lines. So basically, it's like, good or bad feedback, just always do you. That's like, that's why it's so important with trading. It's like, don't chase a trade, wait for the setups, or else you'll find yourself in a really bad headspace. And I'm saying that from experience, guys. Like, I blew an account recently. I'm working my way back up to it, but it's like, I wasn't even mad. Like, honestly, like, what is it? Just numbers on a screen. Like, it has like no like eternal value in my life other than like, hey, this is a vehicle that's going to get me to where I want to go. What really fuels me is seeing everyone grow, learning a new skill, and then doing this together with love. And that's why I'm so glad to be a part of this particular squad. So for that, I thank you guys.
Sheesh. Thank you so much, Gabe. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, guys, Gabe's came a long way. Even before he joined this business, I knew that this was the place he needed to be. This is the family, the environment that he needed. And it's the family environment that a lot of us need, because I don't know if you guys understand or if you've noticed this, but these group of strangers are going to show more love than your own friends and family. And that's facts. And there's nothing to debate about that. We're going to show you more love on a day-to-day basis, because friends and family, normal people, they don't understand that you get back whatever you give out. And that's the thing that we really understand. And that's why we're always showing so much love, because we know that love we're giving out, we're going to get back. And it's the same way with anything. It's really important. Thank you, Joseph, for dropping some fires in the chat. It's the same thing with anything. If you are constantly focusing on love, you're going to feel love. If you're constantly focused on your trade hitting TP, you're probably going to hit TP on that trade. And if you're so focused on the stop loss, the stop loss is coming for you, because wherever your attention goes, energy is going to flow, and energy doesn't lie. Everything is energy. So if you get a feeling that you should not be in a trade, maybe you shouldn't be in that trade. Simple as that. And if a trade feels really good, I'm not saying to risk more on it, but that's what I do personally. I'm a very intuitive person. I like to follow my intuition. I think you guys should too. It's really important to not overthink certain situations, like trying to think of logistics, thinking of how is this going to work, or why, like, instead of thinking of reasons why this isn't going to work, why don't you start thinking of reasons that it is, and stop thinking of excuses or ways to bail yourself out of certain things, and like actually just put in the time and focus and discipline every single day, because you will get rewarded. Like, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people don't understand that their lack of belief is the only thing that's going to guarantee that whatever they're lacking to believe is not going to happen. And it works the exact opposite way. You have full-fledged belief and consistent persistent action towards the attainment of whatever it is you are striving for. If you are constantly progressing and bettering yourself, increasing, whether it's you can see the result right now or not, just the fact that you're striving for it is going to ensure that it is going to happen in divine timing. You have to trust the timing of things. Just because you're not making $1 million or $1,000 or $100 right now doesn't mean you're not going to. And in fact, just the fact that you're thinking that you're not capable or that it hasn't happened, that's what's going to make it not happen. A lot of people, they focus so much on what they've done in the past and what the people around them have been able to do that they fail to realize that they create their reality with whatever they believe and whatever they choose to do. And it's not about what you've done in the past. It's not about what people around you do. It's what are you going to do right now? It doesn't matter. Like I said this, I literally said this yesterday as well. Like Kobe Bryant, back in, I don't know what year it was, 2005 or 6 or something like that, his wife filed for divorce. A lot of people would have been shook. They would have been torn. Maybe they would have taken some games off. But he didn't care. Like, it's not that he didn't care, but he had 10 straight 40-point games right after his wife filed for divorce. And that's because he was willing to use the X factor, and that's focus and belief and not letting your emotions, not being attached to the way you feel, about certain things, and just being focused on the goal. Wherever your focus goes, that's what's going to happen. If you're like I said, if you're focused on your goal over and over and over, and the only thing you can think of is your goal, there's no room for fear, there's no room for greed, there's no room for lack, because you're so focused and grateful that whatever it is you're focusing on is happening already. So what I'm going to do is, actually, we have an up-and-coming lady boss on the team. She wants to hop on and say some things. So I'm going to give her a chance. She can talk about whatever she wants, but this girl right here, she's got big things ahead of her. She's actually been learning how to snipe recently. I've seen her markups. She's actually getting some progress here. She's about to hit P600 as well. So Sarah, can we get a 333 in the chat for Sarah? 333 for the lady bosses.
Hello. Hi, everyone. This is my first time doing a call, so we're just going to see how it goes. This is Desiree. She's also here in Albuquerque with me. She's a P150. She actually just hit P150 in a week. She got 6 people signed on. And this girl right here is actually one of the most inspirational stories I've heard since like joining this team and being here in Albuquerque and meeting her, because something I'll start off with is the fact that like when I joined the team, well, first of all, when I joined the team, I didn't know what IML was. I didn't know the price. I didn't know what building was. I just saw my friend Dro at his computer, at his chart, at Starbucks one day. He showed me live in person how he was making money. I didn't care of the cost of whatever the hell he was doing. I gave him my credit card. I told him to sign me up. So he didn't give me any sort of spiel about what IML was or what about building was. I just wanted to learn, because I understand by watching, and he was just showing me his charts, and I just wanted to learn right away. So I was so glad, like Jordan says, right place, right time, that I was there and I just signed up that day. I didn't know what I was getting into, but since then, like the most change has happened in my life this summer, in terms of my life, in terms of my major in college, my friends, my circle, like everything has been changing so far, and it's just changed for the best. Because like if you guys would have known me like in Albuquerque, you would know that like Sarah has her circle. Like I go to UNM, I went to Del Norte, like I had my circle of like who I thought were my friends and who I thought I was gonna like grow old with and like surround myself with. I thought I was pre-med for the longest time, but since then, like so many of my plans have been changing. Has it been 5 minutes? So now I'm switching my minor, but like really and truly knowing like how hard I work and like the work ethic I could put into trading, this may possibly, as crazy as it sounds, maybe my last year in college, but I'm just taking in every moment. All these people that I've met, this energy, everybody in the group chats, like are literally the same mindset. It's crazy how we're all together. We all group up with similar people from around the United States. Like we have never met each other in person, but we just have similar mindsets. And in the end, law of attraction, like look at where we all are. Like look at where we're gonna go. So the reason why I brought Desiree up is because she actually was somebody who I met recently this summer, and she was going through it. Like she was really going through it with school, with her friends, with her best friend, with her job. Like I won't point out the details, but basically everything was falling for her. Like nothing was going right, but soon enough, I watched her transform. I watched her mindset transform. I watched her drive transform. She asked me like a question one night about how she thinks she could like, what did you ask me that night?
I was just like, I need to get my shit together, so put me on your level.
And this girl just messaged me. She just messaged me like, to even have like the audacity to put herself out there and be vulnerable and ask, I give her so much respect to her. I bow down to her for being so vulnerable. That night she texted me, I was like, honestly, Des, you have to work when nobody's looking. You have to work when nobody is looking. And I deleted my social media for a month, and obviously nobody was looking at me, but I was not wasting time. I was studying the charts, watching IML TV, just applying myself, because nothing will be handed to you in this life. I learned that through my mom. Like my mom is from Mexico. My dad is disabled. Like nothing was ever handed to me or my sister. But you know, if you want to make something for yourself, do something with your life. Like you have to work for it. But anybody can do it. Like one of the girls that I signed up, she's from Del Norte. well, I won't say her name, but basically people doubt her. And in literally 2 weeks, in one trade, she made $800 off of one trade. But this girl applied herself. She studied so many different strategies. Like Des saw it too. Like she put work in, and she made $800 off of one trade. Like I've never even made that off of one trade. And it just shows that like anybody can do this. If you set your mind to it, anybody can do it. I'm gonna hand it off to Des for her to speak really quick. Like I said, she's P150. She's a beast. Her story is incredible. So here we go.
Hello, everybody. I'm Des. Glad to meet y'all. So basically, let me just tell you why IML. So I got into this freaking basically the same way Sarah got into it. I was looking at some of these charts, and I have no idea what this is. Like, I'm a biology major. To be completely honest, I didn't even know the depth of stocks or anything. And so I saw them making money, and I was like, you know what, put me on. I signed up right away, just like Sarah did. And I just went from there. So to be completely honest, when I first started, like I wasn't really serious about it. Like I was going through a lot, like Sarah said, like this was just kind of like on the side for me. And then something hit me. Like I hit rock bottom, and from there, my mindset, I tapped into a mindset that I was gonna make Forex happen for me. Like, and if it wasn't working, I was going to find a way to make it work. Like, I had confidence in my potential and what I could bring to the table when I really grind. So, basically, I just started watching videos. I deleted my social media, too. I literally pulled all-nighters for a straight week just on IML TV, like, on IML Academy. And then I started seeing results. Like, I'm flipping my accounts and stuff. So, I'm ready to just, like, get after it. And Sarah has been here like every step of the way, like helping me through my hard times, helping me through life. And so honestly, anybody is capable of this, just if you set your mind to it. Like no matter what gets in your way, no matter who's telling you no, you in your head, you need to say yes, 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 yes. Because if you know your potential and you know what you can bring to the table, you can do anything. Like anybody is capable of this.
Amen.
So don't
Amen.
So
thank you, Des. That was freaking legit. No, but like really truly, like all of us probably have gone through the little phase of like our parents either not believing in this or not knowing what this was. Because my mom, obviously she's not even born in the States, so she didn't even know what a stock was or what leverage means or what anything means with this. I mean, Des's parents don't believe in Forex either, but at the end of the day, are they thinking like a millionaire? Are they thinking like a billionaire?
Are
like
they making the money we want to be making? No.
Like we love our parents. Like don't take this wrong. Like we love our mom, we love our dad, but like at the end of the day, like you're your own individual. Like we're all adults here. We're all makers of our own decisions. Exactly, Kyle. Like we love our parents to death. Like they created us. They brought us into this world. But at the end of the day, we're our own person, and our work is going to determine our results. So.
And have that drive even, like, not just for yourself, but for your family, too. Like, my family's gone through it, too, so I'm here saying, like, you know what, I'm going to be the most successful person in my family just because of how much we have gone through.
Anybody out there, like, recently, I don't care who you are, how long you've been trading, but if you've been taking some losses recently and you're a little bit down, just know this is temporary. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint.
It's not a sprint.
Think of literally see yourself in your 20s. See yourself in your 30s, where you want to be. If you're 19, 17, 18, even 20, you see yourself struggling, you look at yourself from a distance. Like, think of yourself as a spirit. Look off and then look at yourself as you're frustrated, as you're holding your head, as you're crying. Like, that's not you always. That's just a little tiny phase. It's a little tiny sliver of your success. That little loss or that little failure is going to make you 10 times the person you are. Literally in track, before me and my team won any state races, like we were getting creamed by all these 6A schools, but we were a small school here in Del Norte, but we were just like, you know what, we're going to work, even though we're like considered a ghetto high school, and like our track team was so small, we literally only had 4 girls on varsity to make up one relay. We were just like, we don't care about any of these parents, any of these other bigger schools. Like, if you want it, you'll get down and grind. So me and Malika, she trades too, but maybe one day we'll get her on a call, but we just went after it. Like in the weight room too, like You don't even take this aspect in trading. Like, use it everywhere in your life. If you want to lose weight, if you want to run a marathon, if you want to do anything, like, just get down to it and do it. Like, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it, because you know what? I'm a female, she's a female. Fucking, it's time to boss up. Like, just get to work, study, go to the gym, get on yourself, be hard on yourself. But don't let anybody else be hard on you. You should be your biggest competition. Your biggest competition should be the mirror. I don't care what anybody says. Stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing yourself to the next guy or Jordan or Chairman. You are your own person. Watch your own success. Watch your own profits. Watch yourself constantly, because you are amazing. I don't know I don't know if anybody's religious in here, but God created you in his own image. You are a work of art. So be the best version of yourself.
I'm honestly gonna leave off here with that, because Sarah like lit this up. But I want to tell all of you guys, like, once you envision what you want, what you're gonna do, you're already there. Once you see the money you're making, once you see your lifestyle ahead, like, you're already there. It's just putting that knowledge and the action into it. When you see potential, you're gonna take massive action. And when you take massive action, what are you gonna get? Massive results. And that's with anything in life. So just remember that. Everybody, you see it, you're there. Boom. Lady Bosses out. Pass it on to Jordan. Thank you, Jordan, for letting us talk.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, ladies. All right. What's good? That was lit. Guys,
This
ladies
is the
can do
best
this
call I've
too.
seen in a minute. No cap.
Understand. If you got your sister, if you got your mom,
Okay, my ladies.
and they're not where they want to be, plug them in. We got a system here. It's working. You just got to plug in. Like, simple as that. But we're running out of time here. Gustavo's about to go live. So I just want to thank everyone for hopping on the call. Make sure you look over your notes. Make sure you get ready to hop on this call Gustavo has. Stay active in the chats. And most importantly, I will see you guys in Dallas. Make sure you get to Dallas. I don't care if you have to call off work. I don't care if you have to get fired. Get your ass to Dallas. No cap, no joke. Like, get to Dallas. I don't care if you have to fly there and sneak in. Like, guys, get to Dallas. September 13th to 15th, Dallas I Am Convention is going to change your life. Make sure you get to Dallas, okay? Much love to everyone. Thank you. Peace and blessings. Peace.